My brain's a weird place, and I kind of just choose to celebrate it through my animations.
Look at all these goodies, dog. So it's kind of weird because I know you as Danny Studio from YouTube, but a lot of people watching are probably more familiar with your Instagram stuff now, which is pretty cool.
Like a whole new wave kind of came in once like the animation started taking off, and it's a wave that like I feel like I'm really clicking with. Like they're just really into my style of art, which of course like, you know, I'm all about, but they're really into like, I don't know, like my sad boy type vibes. It's a cool audience, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so like how did you like start out? How did you like get the idea to be like, I should make some videos for Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, so it was like I kind of stumbled into it in every sense of the word. It all kind of started when I had this like dumb 3 in the morning idea, like while I'm brushing my teeth sort of thing, about an animation where a guy experiences a snake. The snake is really trying to convince the guy that snakes do not have legs, and this guy refuses to believe it, which naturally kind of evolved into being like a political cartoon of sorts. It came out nice, and I really liked it, so I'm like, I'm gonna throw this up on Instagram. It kind of sat stagnant for like a week, you know, like, you know, got the same amount of views as any one of my other Instagram posts. Then one day it just blew up overnight. Kind of said like, yo, this big meme account posted your thing, and like your video, and I was like, this never happened to me for the entire, like, I've been posting content online for a decade, and that's never happened to me. I've never went viral. I've never had a big account repost my shit. This was the first time, and it was amazing. Kind of that afternoon, I'm like, I decided, like, I like, okay, like, this is what I'm doing now. Like, this is it. Like, obviously this works.
I don't have a vinyl problem, maybe, I'm pretty sure.
People have been liking everything, so I'm like happy as hell about that.
That's super cool. And correct me if I'm wrong, but like the first time when you said the meme page posted your thing, they did it without credit, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So they like, and it wasn't even out of like mal intent. They just legitimately found it somewhere else. Actually, if I remember correctly, they found it on like ifunny.com or.
Oh dang.
And so they just reposted it. It's on me. At the end of the day, I didn't put a watermark on my thing because I didn't know that's how the world works. I immediately DM'd them. The account was called Grandma's Butthole, and I DM'd Grandma's Butthole. And,
oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, like, it's the one time in my life I could actually say that sentence. I just said like, yo, this is mine. Please put my tag in the description. And I caught it early enough, like within an hour of it being up. And they got back. I was like, there's no way they're like, there were like 500,000 followers at the time. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna see this DM from a guy who has 2,000 followers. But they did, and they did right by me. Like, you know, I'll give them full credit for doing the right thing, and threw my tag in there, and that's when I started seeing the numbers.
That's super cool. That's weird how like it's all started with like someone stealing your stuff, but it turned out to be like a blessing in disguise. That's super cool.
Right, like it's just it's all the more reason that proves the internet to be like the Wild West of sorts. Like there's just no rules, and there's no like set like I don't know, algorithm on how you just start getting numbers. Like that was my story, you know, someone like you said stealing my shit.
Yeah.
And but it ended up working out. Yeah.
That's crazy. So how are you liking like being a creator on Instagram as opposed to YouTube? Like how is it different? Do you like one more than the other, or is there like pros and cons of both?
When I was really in the YouTube swing of things, it was like 2010, 2011, 2012, and YouTube was kind of just a totally different entity back then. Much more community driven, much more, you know, I liked it more back then, and a lot of people from that era would probably say the same.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of work, man, maintaining my style of videos. Like I'm sure you remember, like it was just a lot packed into like 1.5, 2 minutes, and it took time. It took like an entire weekend. Like I didn't have a social life. I didn't go out. Like those were my high school weekends. So I took like a hiatus from the internet, content creation for a few years. Tried to find my style on and off. And, you know, so when I landed on this, like Instagram/Facebook short form comedic animations, they may seem just meaningless and dumb, but through the comments and messages that I'm reading, it's like really speaking to people. And I guess that's only because they're so dumb. Messages are so dumb, people can apply their own context, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes it's about like, it's really like you know, speaking to them about what's going on in their lives in that moment. I honestly, man, like if I'm being real with myself, I would say I'm in love with this community and this form of content creation right now, like Facebook and Instagram. Not dissing YouTube, but there was just so much more work that I had to put in to my YouTube game, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't really. I never went viral. Is the thing. I never went viral. I never got a crazy amount of views doing what I did. That's not to say it was like what I was doing was bad, but like these are the first times I'm going viral, and it's not like I'm posting gross, like grotesque, you know, shock value type things in hopes of going viral. Like these things are going viral because it really motivates people, or it really makes people laugh, or it really makes people think, and that's like amazing. That's an amazing feeling. I'm feeling like a new age philosopher. So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I honestly think I like what's going on now a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely no wrong way to make things, especially if people like them. So I mean, just because you might feel like I put all this effort into a YouTube video, I mean, they don't. The people watching might not care like how much time it takes to make something. You know.
You usually get a good sense of how much people appreciate your work through like reading the comments or reading the messages. You know, back in YouTube days, I had people kind of like just being like, "Oh, that was good, like,
yeah,
good job." But now I have really touching messages. Like, man, like I'm not gonna lie, these like some of these messages are like making me teary-eyed about me making people feel better as their like dads in the hospital or some shit, and you're like, wow, like, wow, that's amazing, like, you know?
Yeah. That's always super dope. I really like what you're doing now. I mean, I've always liked what you've done. I think you're a creative dude. You've got a lot of talent, and it's pretty crazy to have watched you go from like, cause like this started in June, you said?
Yeah, June, halfway through June.
So you've gone from like 5K followers to 200K in like 6 months. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's moving quick, but you know, I like things moving quick. Like I said, like it would be a different thing if like I wasn't like touching people emotionally. It would just be like senseless BS, but like since there is that emotional chord being struck, like it inspires me to make more and keep going. You know, I don't really have like, I have a plan for 2018, but you know, it's really like me just testing, like, you know, like I was saying before the call, like experimenting and all that, and just seeing what works.
I feel that.
It's exciting.
It definitely is. Well, I wish you all the best in the future. The only question that I had left was like, how do you like see people like trying to emulate your success, I guess? Like, do you see people making similar style animations now? Because your stuff came out of nowhere, it was pretty unique, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, man. Not yet. And I've been wondering when I would see that. I kind of stumbled into this style that has, like, that no one else is doing. So it's like, after years of trying to find out how to stand out on the internet, I stumbled into it with just a dumb 3 a.m. and 3 in the morning idea. Like, I mean, that's luck right there. Like, I'm straight up. Like, I just stumbled into it, and I'm learning as I'm going. I welcome anybody to try, but I don't know. My brain's pretty fucked up.